Talk to France 24's Wassim Cornet. He joins us from Ceuta now. Wassim, we saw in those images there, the latest from the Moroccan side. We've seen over the last few days those images from Ceuta where you are, those thousands of people making it across the border. What's the situation there now?
Yeah, good morning, Stuart. Things very apparently heating up on the Moroccan side, but all is quiet here on the Spanish side. Let me just set the scene first here for you. We're on the Playa de Tarajal. This is on the Spanish-Moroccan border. Right there, the white structure you see in the distance, that is Morocco. And just a 7 to 8 minute drive is really downtown Ceuta, just to give you an idea of really how small this territory is. Things winding down here on this part of the border. Wednesday saw literally no arrivals, according to Spanish authorities. Much calmer here, so compared to how this week initially started. But the humanitarian crisis continues on the border that brought us to on the boat, that brought us to Ceuta this morning. We met about a dozen volunteers from the Red Cross, Spanish paramedics, saying that they're coming on they were on their way here to bring relief to their colleagues who've been really working 24/7, working to help that human tide that really came into Ceuta on Monday and Tuesday. As you mentioned, 8,000 people walked in or swam across the Mediterranean waters into the Spanish enclave. Some 5,600 were pushed back. According to our numbers and our information, the remaining number of people who remain in Ceuta are actually minors, and they are now hoping to get a spot with the Red Cross. On our drive here to the beach, we saw several people, visibly minors, who were walking around. They're waiting for their case to be examined by Spanish authorities and maybe their potential asylum request to be examined, because the Spanish authorities and other EU countries must examine the request made by a minor who enters the EU territory.
You mentioned the humanitarian crisis there, Wassim. What about the diplomatic one between Spain and Morocco?
Yeah, that diplomatic crisis is really taking center stage right now. For the first time, Spain actually accusing Morocco of deliberately allowing these thousands of people to approach the border from the Moroccan side, which then allowed them to make an attempt to enter the Spanish enclave of Ceuta. On Wednesday, Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez told Parliament that this was an act of defiance on the part of Morocco, and that it was a lack of respect not only towards Spain, but also toward the European Union. The EU also responding to the situation, saying that what happens in Ceuta is not only Spain's problem, it's the problem of all Europeans. Also saying that no one can intimidate or blackmail the EU. Those are really some strong words from the EU diplomacy. Amnesty International, the NGO, accusing both countries of using thousands of human lives as political pawns in a game of politics between the two countries, and calling on both Morocco and Spain to act responsibly.
Wassim, thanks very much. Wassim Cornet there talking to us there from Ceuta.